By EA Sports. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
But when you go from 2nd to 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, Newton. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call of going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He'll let this go deep for runs. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Newton on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Hey, hey.
To try again after the sack. Jackson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They go play action with Jackson. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the Colts are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Him in stride. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for Indy. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Newton takes it himself. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. He'll try again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Jackson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll let this go deep for runs. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. To throw is Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 1, Newton. Middle of the field to Jefferson. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention, but sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants?
I knew you were going Namath.
Right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Newton. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
And the Colts first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. Newton now to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Henry Ruggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. So once more, the Ravens will come to the line here and go for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away from the 10. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action now. Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that payoff in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Newton. Buying time to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had
it. In for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jerry Judy with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It's going to be caught by Pitts. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second and a yard, Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Here's Jackson. Now he's flushed out left. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Newton now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Henry Ruggs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win in the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One last throw here for Newton. And that's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown, and it's